Okay. All right. So we got David, we got Randy, Kevin, Adam. What's up, guys? Who's hyped for the German CVs? Has that been announced? Yeah, I got the patch notes this morning, I think. Or I read them this morning. I don't know when they got them. Maybe they sent them out yesterday. I'm reading them over. So I don't actually know what has been announced to the public. So I'm going to try not to talk about anything specific. But it seems like you guys know some things. Yeah, Jake, Red Hood, CC, Damo, what up, Raymond? Pepsi, KJ. Could only be one Adam. Here we go, deathmatch, Stylo. Blue Meaty. Got Don in the house. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys know. I don't know what do you guys tell me in the chat what they've told you, and then maybe I can work around that. What's my American Heavy Commander build? I got Einstein. Yeah, let's wait a minute here. I can try and show you. I don't know, it's smiley face or frowny face. I don't know. There was some good, the bad, and the ugly in there. There's a couple of eye roll moments like, what? Are we going down this path already? But on the whole, it looked pretty good. Yeah, a lot of new stuff coming. Thanks for the IGN builds. Ooh, yeah. What's up? T-La-Lock? Mark, what up? Be a bad. German CVs. Alright, so you guys know about the German CVs. Okay. What's up, Nate? F1 boy. Xbox Langer. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of grinding. I'll get news for you there. Now you can kind of tell why, you know, I don't get information from Wargaming until, you know, 2 days before it's fully released. You know, I don't get any, they don't tell me anything. Patch notes, normally they would give it to me on Tuesday. What day is it today? Wednesday. So yeah, they showed up this morning. Because they messaged us yesterday, oh, we'd normally give it to you today, but we didn't get it in on time. So I get official info 2 days ahead of time, but I got my ears perked up. I spent a lot of time high up in the trees, so I got my ears to the wind, and sometimes I get some whispers coming through the wind. So usually if I'm telling you I'm holding silver for some reason, I'm not buying commander crates for 10k every week, you should be like, okay, we better start stockpiling some silver. Spent way too much money in the AO commanders. Oh, ew. Yeah, they're not cheap, man, but it is. I mean, there's a handful of really good ones. So, were I an actor? Was I an actor? No, not professionally. Shine Horse, disgusting. Yeah, it's a fun commander. Like I said, I get him on a few BB lines. What's up, Brian? Hard to get in a game with an aircraft carrier, huh? Hopefully. What's up, Buckeye doing? Turn the mic up. Turn the mic up. So what? Sure you don't have to just turn the sound up? We can turn it up just a smidge here. Hello. Test. Check. 1. What's up, Pedro? Don't talk about it unless I see an official post. That's my problem, is I don't really pay attention to what they put out in the public. I don't have time for, and I won't got time for that. So you guys know what I should be able to talk about, but I don't know. Can't stay for the stream. All right, thanks for swinging by, giving it a thumbs up. Appreciate that, Jeff. Yeah, right into Spartan 1 game last night, Adam. I don't know if he was, maybe it was the whole group. I just noticed him. He was on the, we had a game on fault line. I was in the center north, and he was on the southwest side, and his side got kind of crumpled before I could go over there and take him out. So, but I didn't notice if he was playing with the that other group or not. What's up, David? Felt like a creep on the AL stuff. Yeah. I don't, whatever. I don't actually know what the AL is. Is it a cartoon or a game or both? Yeah, we got some of my mods. They're good traditional family men, and they gotta turn the game off. They say when the young daughters come in the room sometimes. Kind of bizarre, but whatever. I don't really, frankly, notice. Pay to win bucket. Yeah, it's pretty strong. I'd say the most pay-to-win commanders are Einstein, which increases the turret traverse on cruisers. That's a Halloween commander. Hopefully you guys can get a crack at that one, because that's one of the strongest. Scharnhorst, definitely, and then Mazur, Lane, Atago. You could throw a couple others in the... Oh, Spartan was separate for a bit. Yeah, that must have been it. Because I don't normally... When I look at the... You guys watch me play, I look at the roster every single game, but I never look at people's names just because I'm just checking out the ships. If you want to see my American heavy cruiser build, I got it on Einstein here. What the deal is this? You got the traverse perk here, and you got the traverse perk here. So we got, looks like 2.7 degrees per second increase with this. I mean, that's extremely strong. Because the one of the main problems with the American heavy cruisers is the traverse. Guns, we can put a little AP here, but I got mine. I got an accuracy right now and concealment. That's not too bad. Maybe put the rudder shift Baltimore on there or something like that. Yeah, that's the build. If you don't have that character, then usually I would recommend Kincaid. Once again, you got the Ingenious here, and you know, this sonar, incoming dispersion. I mean, you don't have any AP buffs on the build per se. You can put Yamamoto over here if you wanted to, but the AP is already pretty strong, so in my opinion, you don't really need to boost the gun performance that much. But you can tell I only have a 6.1, so I've clearly never tried that, so you can take that with a grain of salt. But Norm Scott, I got him on the light cruisers and Einstein on the heavies. Azure Lane is anime. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it looks like anime, but I don't even know where you would find it. Hentai? Who knows? Both game and anime. Watch and play at your own peril. Yeah. AL Tago to Fishy. I mean, that's... I briefly put them on one of my lines. I had both of them on there. I can't remember. But if you do the math, I think the Atago's a little bit better. So basically, the detectability of the torps, this is negative 200. Okay, now if we look at a typical destroyer, let's see, where's the stats? So here the detectability is 1.2. So if you reduce that down to 1, that's a 1/6 reduction. Let me pull up my abacus. 1 divided by 6. That's a 16% reduction. Okay. That's pretty damn big. Now torpedo speed. Let's say we already had it at 70 on that guy. Let's see what the fish head does. Should we add another... looks like probably 4... What do we got him at? 14. Yeah, so 4%. No, 4 knots. So 70 divided by 74. Is that how you do the math? That's about a 6% increase, give or take. If my math holds true, perhaps it does, perhaps it doesn't. But you can see that the reduction in the detectability much more robust. than the increase in the speed. So, I put a lot of points in this guy when I got him just to test him, but I don't think I have him on anything at the moment. I would say Atago much more beneficial. Basically, detectability to torps, if you don't understand how it works, it's when you're playing the ship and all of a sudden the torpedoes pop up on your screen. That's the detectability. Now, faster torpedoes tend to have better, longer detection ranges, but if you can reduce that down, that in turn influences a stat called reaction time, which is the time between when those things first pop up into your consciousness onto your screen and the time that they get to your position. So usually that AL Atago cuts that reaction time down by about 1 second, which is huge, because usually the reaction times are in the 6 to 7 second range, making it much more difficult to stay alive. What should we bust out here? We're just goofing off. I got the campaign done, so let me try the Odin. We can check out the Scharnhorst in action here. Phil coming in hot with a new membership. Sims membership. Appreciate that very much. I was going to say we didn't have any new members since the last stream, but now we got a new one. Thank you, Phil. Shout out to him. Anyone else who would like to join the channel, there's the join button next to the subscribe button, or there's the link in the description below. That actually is probably, out of all the ways that you can support the channel, I think that's my favorite. So thank you very much, Phil. Brandon, what up? You hate the Azure Lane commanders? What's up, Metajerk? I mean, here's my deal. Like, a lot of you guys are historical fans, you know, history buffs. Okay. Having the commander on the ship right now, I got this thing called Scharnhorst, right? Somewhere in this ship is some half-naked woman. Now, as long as I turn the voiceover to national, at no point in time during this game would I be aware that this person is in the ship, okay? In fact, it's not actually in the ship, because it's just a influence on the math that's being calculated constantly throughout the game, so... I mean, Tactic Angel, for instance, he's the, out of the CCs, I think he's the most, he's the biggest history buff. And he refuses, he'll straight up refuse these commanders. He'll tell them to take them and shove them up their asses. And he doesn't even want them in his navy, which okay, fine. Man of principle, admirable, no doubt. But, you can turn off the camos, you can turn off all this goofy shit if you don't like this, you know. Where is it? Maybe you can't do it when the game's going on, but you can go... You can turn off Halloween, you can turn off Azure Lane, you can turn off all this stuff. And if you don't like the sound of these women's voices, you can just turn them off. I mean, it's... So if that's the reason you don't like it, I'd say just, it's a fixable problem. Now, if you don't like it because it's pay to win to an extent, then I get that. But gaming companies... The toothpaste is out of the tube at this point in time, man. I mean, the days of buying Legends of Zelda in a cartridge... Oh, I got Stylo in the house over there. The days of having Legends of Zelda as a finished game in the cartridge, those are long gone. And they ain't never coming back. So, we can all lament that together, but unfortunately, that's the new... profit model for these things. So, but you know, I don't blame you if you don't like the content. It's certainly your right. I'm not trying to disparage your opinion. I'm just saying there's ways around it. You know, it doesn't affect my life whatsoever. It just gives me a little bit of a boost, and some of these guys might be getting a little bit of a boost that I don't know about. All right, let's see what we can do. Yeah. Stylo's in the champagne. Poor bastard. We'll probably bust that out. I still don't know for sure if I've won a game of that thing. I probably played it about 20 times. There's a pretty decent shot I haven't won a single game in it. Now, what's going on with this build? You should be noticing my guns are reloading every like 2 seconds, right? Just want to make sure we're not getting torped here. it's just out of range. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get the appeal of this game. It's dealing with historical material, you know. And that's pretty cool. I know what happened in World War II. I probably know a lot more about World War II than the general public, but compared to a lot of you guys who know what type of shell was used in the T-6, T-35, whatever the fuck the tank's called, I can't even remember. You know, maybe that part of the game isn't appealing to you. I understand that. I'm just saying, you know, it doesn't actually affect you. It shouldn't affect you. At least in my opinion. Like, if you don't like the golden fists on the Nassau, you can just turn that camo off on your screen. You'll never see it. You're probably still going to get rammed by the guy because he's going to try and ram those fists right up your gut, but you don't have to actually know what's happening until it happens. This is a bizarre match here. We got half our team going up the gut, and then their team's just sitting back, so that play might not be as disastrous as normal. If they can kill this destroyer right here, then we can actually move forward and pressure these guys. But yeah, they're doing the typical deployment where nobody moves forward, and our team's doing another typical deployment where everyone kills themselves up the gut. Benson's torping Yorks. It's not a good sign. Alright, Amagi-san. But, you know, that's my take on the event commanders. I know a lot of you guys disagree with me, and that's cool. I can definitely see where you're coming from. Don't move up. Why not? I'm bored sitting in the back buffing my Dewey. I need intelligence data. All the intelligence data you need is you're about to die because you're running into a shit ton of ships and you got no plays. This doesn't look good for our team, does it? They better kill the destroyer. I think that's step number one. What's up, Phil? How you doing? I know it would be different, like if they had, you know, oh, you knocked out my torpedoes, eh? If they had the chicks on the bullhorn or whatever, and they're yelling at you across the nation and saying whatever the hell they're saying, I have no idea. Then you'd be like, damn, I can't... Now it's influencing my experience. Alright, so our team is moving forward there. I can't clearly move forward to support this middle push because these guys are all preventing that. But if those guys on the east can surround them... Oh, now they've removed the pressure from the middle. So now they've pretty much won the game because they have an unimpeded access to our base, and we have the only two that can reasonably get back to defend are me and this guy, and we're gonna die before we can do that. So once again, I really don't know if I've seen up the gut strategy win more than about 2 or 3% of the time. My recommendation, don't do it. But understand that you're going to see it almost every single game. Usually the team that commits more vigorously to it will lose the game, so... Ooh, Stylo! I've got a successful convoy of Bismarcks going up the gut. What do you want me to do, F1 boy? Do you want me to sit back here and... Okay. So they're going up here, unimpeded. I could just sit here. I could go all the way around here. This take 15 minutes to get all the way to this corner from where we were. I can go up the gut and get slaughtered just like the rest of these ding-dongs, or, you know, whatever. Recognize that the game is going to be lost anyways. I'd rather not be bored stiff sitting back there, maybe get a little bit of damage or whatever in. I mean, I guess the technical... What's the correct play to make here, in your opinion? Okay, my wing is slaughtered. 1/3 plus of my team killed themselves going up the gut, and then these guys are going around. So, ideally, the only strength we would have is if these guys get where they are now. We got them shooting here, and then we need ships from this side shooting in that direction, okay? But of course, these guys countered that by moving up. So, what's the play? You want me to sit back there and be like, ah! I'll just watch through the binoculars while everyone else dies, and then I'll be the last guy alive. Should I have gone up the gut, gotten focused by these guys one at a time? We just get killed one, okay? Or go all the way around, and then 10 or 12 minutes later be the last guy alive over there. It doesn't really matter, okay? Once half your team goes up the gut, the game is already lost. So, tell me the play. Moving in the crossfire sucks. I understand that, but what do you want me to do? I mean, I could have gone over here, tried to attack them front on, and then Style is whacking me in the side over here. See, there's nothing I can really do from that position based on what my team's doing. There's a huge chunk of these games where no matter what you do, your team is already gonna fuck you in the ass. There's nothing you can do about it. Alright. So you got a third of your team killing themselves for no fucking reason. A third of the team pushing forward well and winning that western or the eastern side, and then the third of the team over here getting slaughtered, which I was a part of. All right, that's a losing proposition because you've lost the middle, you've lost the west, and you know, now at this point in time, these guys that are unspotted over here at any moment will be on the base, and then assuming these guys could even win the fight over here, they're still going to be outcapped. And then they're going to have a very hard time getting back in time. So, maybe I'm missing something. Now, don't be rude to him, Dick Butt. I mean, he's got a good point. You don't want to move into crossfires. It's never a good thing to be doing. I'm just saying, what else do you want me to do? I could just drop the anchor there and sit there doing nothing, or I could have rushed over here, and assuming Stylo's paying attention, he whacks the shit out of me. I guess that's probably the most profitable play going over here, but pushing into a 1v3, we're not going to win that anyways. I mean, there's nothing I can do at that point in time. You understand? This map is very easy for your team to lose the game for you. And typically that's what they're trying to do. You see here, okay, these guys cannot possibly come back here to reset this base at this point in time. So, I don't think anything I could have done. Basically, what I'm trying to do over here is slow them down. And I was hoping to capitalize on the fact that the only strength we had was a potential crossfire that we could set up here, okay? But you're 100% correct. By moving forward, we're exposing the broadside, we're taking damage, whatever. So, I don't know. That to me, the game was lost about 3 or 4 minutes into the game. So, at that point in time, I really don't give a fuck. You know? Whether we stay alive for 15 minutes or 10 or 5, it doesn't really matter to me. But, everyone should appreciate F1 Boy's point, and you guys don't have to get into it with them. Pushing forward in a battleship opens up access to your sides. That's usually, like, if you've watched my coverage on, like, German battleships, for instance, I refer to them as kind of like wind-up toys, where you want to crank them up and then they move forward until they're stopped. What are they stopped by? The presence of destroyers or the presence of increased access to the broadside, which is basically what we were getting there. So, he's 100% correct. But the only point I'm trying to make is who cares? I mean, it's... Maybe I could have stayed alive for a few more minutes, but I don't think anything would have changed, in my opinion. F1 Boy's a troll. He's not a troll. Normally he's not a troll anyways, I don't know. He's got a valid point. Moving too far forward in a battleship usually gets you killed. Alright, you want to be as far forward in the battleship as you possibly can, but you gotta recognize what's checking your progress on that. But when my flank's dead, my middle flank killed themselves, and my other flank is moving forward, maybe I can try and support him by moving forward. That was my reasoning there. Wasn't gonna work either way. On to the next. Alright, let's see what we got here. So you guys probably seen me play over here. I like to get in this little island spot we're going to try and get in here. Sometimes it gets smoked depending on what the enemy does, but usually the enemy is not going to move to counter this that aggressively. If they do, I'm going to be basically caught by myself, and they could potentially surround me and kick my ass. So I'm going to tell you this ahead of time, so if that's what happens, you don't want to be like, fuck, this guy clearly doesn't know what the hell's going on. You can always, if you understand the risks, then you can decide to yourself, do I want to take that risk or not? The problem a lot of players get in is they don't really understand the risks yet because they don't have the experience. That's what we like to point out here. But if we can get into this little zone here, number one, these guys, they'll intermittently spot me, especially from planes, and sometimes they'll be able to shoot me, sometimes not, but I can disengage over here. The main problem with this spot is if these guys get into a good position, like if they get the destroyer on B here to permanently spot me, then potentially we can have a lot of problems. But I think it's a fun spot to play, and that's why I like to get over here. I'll put some battleships if they got the speed to get over here, and a lot of times I'll put the cruisers here. And here, by the way, is another good thing, is currently we can radar this Fletcher and we have shots on him. So kind of we just have to be very careful over here when we're doing this. Now, I could drop the radar here, but they're on the edge of that detection, so I don't think I'm going to waste it at the moment. Chikava radaring me, so if I move back here, these guys might be able to drop some shots on me, maybe not. A lot of them will hit the island. There we go. We can actually probably shoot back. But we kind of help chase these guys off. So if we can get B, we get C. It's a good open. There's another destroyer right here. We'll see if we can whack it. And if you're playing the islands this tight, a lot of your shots get blocked. You just gotta understand that and not really worry about it. It's just part of it. But you can see kind of the coverage we get from here. So again, if you got a ship that has the mobility to play this, I think it's a pretty strong position to get into, and I think it's a pretty fun position. I don't know why Jervis would rush an Achikov. Ooh, can we save him? Oh! He went down, but we didn't save him in time. So I'm gonna radar this Jervis, potentially. I think he's probably trying to nuke the Gunais now. There it is. Shit. What the hell was that voice? I've never heard that before. All stations retreat! So I think it's Gunais and I was probably gonna die. Maybe you can kill the Jervis. Jesus. Well, doing alright. Gunais now is probably dead. Ooh, it's a decent whack. I can see about half my shots are getting blocked pretty much every cell, but that's alright. Come on, bullshit. How is that guy still alive? That's pretty impressive. Got the Jervis. Sheesh. Man, those turrets are coming around. Destroyer could be right up here, spot me. I don't think we have anything on the east that can currently spot me. There's this guy. If I had the radar now, I'd probably pop it, even though I wouldn't have a great shot at that thing, but... Oh. Shit. Okay. So they still haven't captured C, which is huge, because we've got a lot of income throughout this game. They haven't been matching. I think the destroyer is actually on C right now. Champagne moving up to kill himself for no reason. I think we're doing okay though. They're tied up in ships, but again, they haven't had a cap the entire game. We've had numerous caps the entire game. So I might try and radar right here. Shit. Slammed that a little too hard. I think anyone's over here that can shoot him. Oh, he's coming in for the suicide run. See if we can get it. We got him currently sonar, that's why we got him spotted. Oops. Probably about to die here in a second. Just gonna keep the HE loaded. We could maybe get a little bit more damage with the AP, but I want to wound this thing or kill him, potentially. He's trading himself for the cruiser, which the cruiser's been causing his team problems. I get that. He got him! So he's not even going to hit me with the torps. So it's kind of a needless suicide. So our team needs to just be careful about not getting rocked here, because this game is so far gone as long as we don't all get killed. Oh, I need intelligence data! But, let's see. Oh, I got the plane going here. Let's see if we can shoot that down. Dude, we get it. You can't see anything. None of us can. Yeah, Gnazna was actually trying to push me. So we're in the middle of this shit, which is going to be a death. try and stay alive as long as we can here. We definitely, if this Yukikaze kills himself, we can lose this game. Gneisnow should be rushing me. If we can remove the King George pressure, the game's over. I think. Nice. Beautiful. That was a pretty well-fought game by our team, I thought. Don't know where their destroyer is, so there's still that wild card, but he was pretty low. Hey, thanks for subbing. Oops. Oops, a daisy. Yep. Actually capturing the base here, so I'll just stay here even though he can technically shoot us. Alright. The DD, he would have to kill everyone at this point in time. The score, you can't let two caps. They haven't had a cap the entire game. So their team's committed to killing all of us, which is going to be very hard since we have 5 and they have 2. You can't let them just dominate the caps like this the whole game. Your chances of winning that game are cut in half, basically. Just from deploying that strategy, irrespective of what's actually going on in the game. Alright, there you go. Finish me off. Too little, too late. Where's your torps? Oh, you missed the torps. Whoops. Alright, so he's trying to flip A at this point in time, which is, again, you can't possibly win on the score, so. We put this one in the W column. How'd you survive all this? You gotta, like I say, that's a very fun spot to play, but you're always, the entire game, you're gonna be in danger. Like, if they move to counter you, you can get killed extremely early in the game. Or perhaps you could stay alive for the vast majority of it. Just depends on what they do. But especially as a light cruiser here, which my conception of the light cruiser role is to just spray these guys down with golden showers and keep them from being interested in coming around anymore. That usually when you start hosing people down like that, they're like, all right, we're just going to turn around and leave. And so basically our pressure, along with really good play from these guys down here, keep in mind these guys were doing some work. That Gneisenau, he got in there. He stayed alive a lot longer than he thought he could. I think the destroyer did all right, and then we had the Champagne. But assisting that crew over here, they never got a single cap the entire time, and this was the one that they overloaded. This was the one they had the best chance at. So that's kind of what we're trying to do with those light cruisers. That's a great light cruiser spot. But again, you got to understand, sometimes you're just going to get killed and you look like a fool. Pretty good. Thanks for the AO Commander vids, yeah. Yeah, I figured you guys... I like to review stuff. I mean, generally, if there's stuff on sale like that, I'll put out some content for you guys. You just got to give me a day, because there's always going to be a lag on that, but... There's some of those event commanders that I wouldn't really recommend that much, and the Azure lane ones tend to be relatively strong. Almost had them. Yeah, you can melt those. I mean, you saw we were getting between 5 and 8K per salvo, and we got 4 or 5 of them off. I mean, those, if you're broadside of those light cruisers and they put the AP in, you're going to take a lot of damage. So Marble Flint, how you doing? Took like 20k and 3 cells, yeah. Yeah, that game wasn't necessarily a huge damage game until right at the end, then we kind of boosted it up there. But that position, it's tough to dislodge that position as long as you got a ship that can move back and forth, because you can see once they target us, we just kind of zip back and you stay pinned on that island. So the way I got my light cruiser Americans set up, you know, it's just kind of a perfect setup for that thing. Well, I'll just kind of take requests today. We don't have anything planned. We're just trying to grind these V-Bucks so we can get that Missouri in a few years. Missouri, 30,000. So we're 1/10 of the way there after like, what, 4 or 6 months, something like that. You got AL Otago, Sharn, Dunkirk. Oh, wow. Oh, you got all the ones. Those are the probably the best. Otago, Scharnhorst, Dunkirk, and Nelson. If you get Hipper, I switched over Von Mueller to Hipper. Just for the ingenious, basically. Z35 build. Yeah, I usually put prop on most destroyers. I got concealment, of course. Bay. This is Azure Lane Otago, like I was saying. I got these on a lot of the destroyer lines. I got Swirsky on there just because we got Bay for free. Anytime you got a good base trait, especially if you'd be putting it on the ship anyways, then you kind of get like a bonus base trait. So in this one we get 3. Like if the base trait's trash, you know, it's still going to help you out probably, but since we would put Bay on there anyways. Use blue as an inspiration. I think I got blue on the French. Probably just the French, I think. It's not bad. I mean, you could throw blue on a lot of them if you wanted. Get more speed, never hurt anything. George's enormous guns. What's the gun size? Gady, Eigel, Maz, Jervis, and Benham. Gotta stay away from the York. It is what it is, you know. I mean, assuming the ships are balanced properly, if they got big overmatching guns, like you can look at the West Virginias. The only ship that could use some balancing, I think, is Yamato. Like, in the PC, from what I understand, the Traverse is like, it takes about 3 years for the guns to turn around. In our game, especially if you spec for it with Kedrov, I can't tell the difference on the Yamato's Traverse compared to the normal other battleships. So I think the Yamato needs to be tuned down, personally. But there's not a lot of... Usually the ships with the big booming guns are balanced. Like the West Virginia, very dangerous guns, but they're not the most accurate. And the armors can kind of get kicked around a lot of times. Georgia can overmatch Edinburgh. Oh, man. Man. I don't understand. The Edinburgh is a little confusing because it's like a light cruiser and it's got the best cruiser armor. I understand the light heavy distinction refers to the gun size, but still it's a little counterintuitive. Alright, I usually, if I spawn in the middle here in a destroyer, I usually try and make sure they're not attacking the middle here. Oops. I don't think they're coming this way, but I want to prevent their ability to disengage over here. Looks like they nuked that cruiser. Oh, I got a 3 destroyer Fiesta over there. Let's get in on it. Gady, Benham, and Maz. So our advantages against these aren't huge, but they do exist. We could also get on their base and pressure them, because this Benham's... Looks like Twist and Track is suggesting this thing. I'm actually going to just get on the base and force them to... Well, it's not... I'm reading the map wrong. I thought this was capture the base. We could try and snag their home cap, though. That'd be nice. Just reading Twist and Track, though, I don't think we got anything closer than 8 here. Which suggests there's probably nothing in here to threaten me. But if we can go over here, kill this Benham, and potentially maybe get all 4 caps, this game will be over in about 5 minutes. Which would be dope. Wish we had more cruisers with Edinburgh like nose armor. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I don't want to make them too strong, but it's not the end of the world. Come on, hit the fucking thing, will ya? Shooting back. Someone busted his engine. Looking at about the 5-kilometer range. Because we're winning these fights and because we have multiple ships shooting at these things, I'm not using the smoke. If all of a sudden he starts whacking me or something, we'd use it. But we potentially have this cruiser back here that we want to protect against. So we'd like to save the smoke as a disengagement tool if possible. Alright, so... Their team's kind of fucked at this point in time. They overloaded north of A. There's no caps north of A, you'll note on the map, so they're gonna have a real hard time. Even though we're only up 1 ship. So basically they're going to take A after killing that destroyer, and then if our team over here knows what they're doing, they're just going to kind of defend B and C. But they're probably going to have a ship advantage. I mean, this guy must be a badass if he's like, I'm going to beat a 1v5 here. You need to get the fuck out of there, Chief. So we're not going to push over there, we're just going to sit back and let them push into us, hopefully one at a time. Especially with a York that close to you. The York can just, he can rush you, get you within his sonar's grasp, and then you cannot possibly stay alive. Alright. So, let's see if these guys are coming over here. Camelot, we need your help, Chief. Wait for the quadruple strike, yeah. If he hits that, we're gonna eat our words, no doubt. And we saw that in the Normandy game, and we were actually fighting T61 on that one, where you gotta recognize when you're too close, and just, if you can get out of there, get out of there. Because you're always gonna be better as a destroyer staying alive. Sometimes you're not paying attention, or someone sneaks up on you or whatever, and there's nothing you can really do. Nice. Hello, Governor. Alright, so he's in the grasp here, so we're just gonna pop the smoke. Now he can get within about 3-2, I think it is. So if he rushes us here, he'll eventually spot us, but we'll get a few free shots on him. Should be enough to kill him. Oops. Beautiful. So we just completely won that game, even though they were in it a moment ago. And that's the power of the Z35, really. And the Z39 has the same sonar. You gotta understand as a destroyer player, these guys have the tools. And you really, it's not a good play to rush them. And any ship, frankly, if you're in a cruiser battleship, they can pop that sonar. Potentially hit you with the torps. I'm more worried about the York if you can back him off. He's a much bigger threat to me than Trento. So here's what we're talking about. Now the York's pushing into us. His sonar range is also 5. So if he gets anywhere near 5 kilometers to us, we fucked up. Okay, because once he gets us in that range, we're dead. There's no chance to stay alive. So luckily we're kind of giving him second thoughts. Oops. There we go. But you see what we're doing? We're not pushing into these guys. They need to get on B, they need to get on C. We're making it as hard as we possibly can for them. Oh. God bless widespreads. Monahan didn't get the memo. He's like, I'm going to go push a York and see what happens. So that's the danger when you're trying to defend your side, is a lot of your team doesn't give a fuck about winning. They're just going to try and kill themselves for no reason. Like this guy. Okay. Explain to me what you're thinking. Of course, the answer is I'm not thinking. But he got him there, so, or the Fiji got him, I suppose. Alright, so that was a pretty good one. Getting close to your first Tier 7, which is the Baltimore. That's a good one. That was my first Tier 7. My advice, unlock it, you know, try it out, but don't spend your entire life in Tier 7. You're not ready yet as a new player to be living in Tier 7. You want diversity of experience in terms of your classes you're playing, your ship lines, all that stuff. That's all going to make you as a better player, so keep spending the time in the lower tiers. But enjoy the Baltimore. It's a good ship. Radar cruiser. So yeah, here you can see, you can look at this game, like 28k damage. We only had 1 capture as well, but we had a pretty decent score there. And why is that? It's because we were fighting the destroyers. So even though the guns on this thing kind of suck, they're still pretty good at fighting the destroyers. Some Richie. Okay, let's try the over. Oops. Better maps than lower tiers. Yeah, just lower tiers are more fun in general. The higher tiers, a lot of people are too scared to play the game. They're just terrified. You get all these weird smells coming off the teammate ships and the opposing ships. Just brown stains in the water, yellow stains. Terrified. It's a very scary game at higher tiers, apparently. Alright. I will Iowa, Vanguard. Gene Bart, Bismarck, Scharnhorst, Baltimore, Atlanta. So, if we can kill the radar cruisers and then die, I would consider that job well done. Because if we need to make this environment as pleasant for our destroyers as possible. Because you gotta understand, they're probably just gonna trying to be torping these guys, but there's no caps to control and capture the base, so if we see the radar cruisers, we're gonna be aggressive to kill them. Yes, your horn works. Thanks for testing it. Crown stains. I mean, that's a pretty decent game so far. I mean, some days when you play this game, your team just doesn't want to win, which is really aggravating. Ah, here we go. This is top dog in terms of target. So if we can... Oh, we don't have a reload boost on this. Like the Gene. Oh! Someone whacked him. It wasn't us. That's great right there. Make that Baltimore regret being born. Even though we got a broadside Iowa, we're going to shoot the Baltimore. Want him off the board. Decent. Team's piling on the shots with him. That's great. When you see your team shooting the right ships. Oh shit, right as we shot, he appeared. This thing reloads pretty quick though with the build we got, so. Right now we're protected on this flank here, that's why we kind of want to be by this island. We do have to be aware that when you're near these islands like this, occasionally their destroyer will rush you and nuke you. Not a lot you can really do about that. Let's see, where's their other radar cruiser? See if we can get him. Oh. No. Alright. Man, he's being aggressive for getting whacked around. We'll switch our priority to the Maz while he's spotted. Even though you can, if you're gonna value them, like if you valued a bishop and a knight roughly the same in chess, it's kind of like radar cruiser and destroyer roughly the same value, but destroyers, they can get away more easily. Come on, shoot his ass, Seabass. I know he's trying to dodge the torps, but we wanted that Maz dead. Now that he's loose, we might not get another shot at him. Jesus. Well. Let's see if we can get this thing. There's some battleships in the middle, so this might not be a good play, but oh, he's already... Like F1 was saying earlier, we don't want to get too far forward here, because this Iowa potentially pushes forward. Now he's in the sides here, and then these guys also have crossfires, but... Sometimes we take some risks. This guy's not really demonstrating that he wants to move forward. Baltimore outranges us. this guy playing the game? Can you... I'm gonna do a staggered shot because he's stopping. Once he sees we shoot, he's probably gonna gun it. He's going backwards. He's right at the edge of our range, so we can't really hit him. I don't understand what this guy's focusing on. Because if he kills the Baltimore now, this guy can kill the Iowa and he can kill that Maz. Both of which are more valuable than lobbing shots over here, I think. Of course, we don't see from his perspective, so maybe he's got something in mind that we don't know about. I'm just gonna have to take some risks here. We got them bottled up back here. Right now, this thing could kill me if we just maintain our status quo. So let's see if we can kill this fucking thing. The problem we got is the Maz could nuke us at any moment. Yeah, we're kind of compromised at the moment here. I think we're doing alright though. We will win this flank sooner or later. As long as I don't get nuked by the Maz. Oh, there he is. I wish I knew which commander I have. If I got that goofy chick, I could swap to the HE. I could probably kill that thing. God damn it, guys.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
That's twice he's gotten away now. I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing back here. Alright, he got the Baltimore. Iowa, I'm just gonna charge at. We're gonna try and kill this Maz. Don't really give a fuck about what's going on back there. If we can clear this side out, I think we're in good shape. Nice. Yeah, I wish I knew which commander I had in this thing. I'm pretty sure I have the Dunkirk in here. Thought I was playing Ring Around the Rosie with it. Hit him, man.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Hit him, man.
Boost des moteurs désactivé.
Alright, you're on your own. Yeah, now we can generate some serious crossfires over here.
I need support.
Oh, you do you? Alright, light that Bismarck. We'll take him out. Now they're in serious trouble over there.
Concentrate fire on that enemy warship.
Looks like both sides are pretty low. Fuck. I can move forward a little bit, but the Sharnors could rush me and potentially wreck me. And it's about 13.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
It's kind of why we did all that work to dislodge this side early. Oh, come on. Oh, he angled in. Shit. Fortunately, they're killing everything down here, which is going to relieve the pressure on them. Yeah, I think we're still going to lose this. It's too bad. Kind of a lot of work for not that much of a payout. Yeah, this Sharnar's back here. He looks like he's not doing much, but he's actually got me pinned because I would have been more inclined to get really close and get those guns close range, but that play is not available. Might have to beeline it south though to get back toward the base. Guy really hasn't pulled the trigger much though. Alright, well, this guy's running away. Shit. Can't really do what I want to do here. Oh well. Hopefully you get the idea. We're just trying to generate those crossfires. Do it! Kill me now! Average win rate? I think it's 48 if I recall. Unless it's gone down. Oh! That was a ship we couldn't actually kill reliably until he angled. Hmm.
Voile principale sérieusement endommagée.
On a détruit un cuirassé ennemi.
See, the sad thing about this is we could have actually won this game. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but well, I know what's going on there. It's torp battleship mode. But in that way, it has no impact on the game. I mean, maybe he's trying to clear the way to their base. We're clearly not going to win the game by capping. This guy's moving away from their base. Like, no one's trying to win, unfortunately. Everyone was low this game. Let's see. Theoretically, I mean, it wasn't looking good for a while, but I think we actually could have won that had these guys been down, like, here. As opposed to sitting where they are doing nothing. I think if they're down here, they can get in here, reset the base. I can deal... This would have been a tough fight. That guy's got a lot of HP, and we were kind of getting surrounded, unfortunately, but... We could have had a chance, as opposed to just conceding the game for no reason. From the mouth of me. No, I'm just saying. I think T kind of told us in the. I think someone asked him in the community contributors thing, and I believe he said 48%, but it's below 50, which maybe seems counterintuitive. But basically, you got a lot of new players who would play like 50 games, they lose most of them, and then they quit. So those guys have like really, really low. It just drags down the average win rate, you know. Win rate is interesting. It just gets skewed if you play in a good division a lot, your win rate goes way through the roof. I mean, you guys have seen those streams. Like me and Chili ran the gauntlet on ranked one time. You know. Subcent, thanks for subbing. I think we're both two pretty decent players, of course, but you know, imagine having like me, Chili, and JC played 10,000 games together. I think we would probably win a fair amount of them. So, win rate's a piece of the puzzle, but stats are just to look at it, you know. I mean, I don't care what someone's stats are necessarily. I just want people on my team that are trying to win the game. And usually if you're trying to win the game, your win rate will go up over time. Step number 1, understand how to win the game. Which that's not, clearly not, the two guys on my team that were alive there don't know how to win the game. Or they don't try to win the game. So it sounds like a no-brainer, but it's actually a lot harder than it sounds. You were at 54 when you found me. I mean, 54 is good, you know. You get above 50 or above average for sure, and you get in the mid 50s. That's a decent player. I'd take 54% win rates all day long on my team. Took 3,000 games for you to realize you're bad. That's how it worked for me in tanks. You know, I played World of Tanks first, and I joined that game far later than. You know, there were people I was playing with that had been playing for 6, 7, 8 years, whatever it is. But I ripped off about 5K games pretty fast, and then I found my stats online, and I'm like, holy shit, I suck. You know, I was just coming from a pure shooter background. And then I'm like, well, why do I suck? And then I found people that knew what they were doing on YouTube, and quickly turned it around. I went from like a shitty player to a pretty damn good player. And not that long a time. You just gotta know what you're doing wrong. You know, I mean, you got these guys that plop down broadside, and I've seen them comment on like Instagram. They're like, "This game is bogus. Like, I shoot someone that does no damage, they shoot me, and they kill me in one shot." It's like, well, I know why that is. You don't know why that is. You know. That's the most basic example. So figuring out the game mechanics is step 1, and then assuming you're actually trying to win the game, figuring out, you know, how to win the game, step 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is just learning strategy, getting experience. You know, it's very easy for me as someone who's played 11,000 games to analyze the map for 5 seconds and be like, this is a shitty position for our team or a shitty position for their team. Ergo, the other team's likely to win, you know. But until you've seen a lot of situations, that's not readily obvious. What is spotting me here? Oh, Magami. We're just kind of zooming around here. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but... Alright, let's get into a better spot here. I like playing the mid, but not when like 5 or 6 guys can shoot me at once. Oh, hello, Governor. Oh! Yowza! I think that's the nastiest hit on a destroyer with a cruiser I've ever had. 10k. Holy fuck. That is gonna leave a mark. Oh. Ooh, I got one more. So I was gonna start mocking his attempt to suicide torp cruiser, but he did get one decent salvo off. That was just straight up fucking nasty, dude. Yeah, let's try and help these guys. Yeah, divisions, assuming you got division players that know what they're doing and they're trying to win, I mean, it's such an advantage. Number one, you're removing two people that probably don't know what they're doing from your team, which is already a great start. And then you're adding good skill in the other direction. I mean, that goes a long way. Let's see if we can keep these guys alive over here. Damn near one-shot him. Yeah, that was nasty. That was... I can't think of too many 10k shots on a destroyer with a cruiser. Sometimes we get it with like a King Jouge or something like that, but... Let's see, we're gonna get spotted here, but we want to keep this guy away from our team. What's up, Salty? If your win rate's over 70, I'd say you're a great division player. If you got a win rate of 70 or over 70 as a solo player, then you're probably the best player in the world. Would be my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. That would be outstanding. I mean, I'm pretty damn proud of like 63 as a solo, and I think that's creeping back down to 62. I think we maybe peaked, I don't know. This guy's still got a hard on for me from earlier. It's just the name of the game. That's why this game gets frustrating sometimes. Like, there's certain games just because who you got on your team, not to be a dick, but if you got the people that buff their Deweys or they go up the gut on two brothers every time or whatever, it's just the fact that they're on your team, you're fucked, you know? The game is designed that you can't 1v9 the enemy team. Like I say, I've played 11,000 games, I've never even come close to 1v9 in anything. You can do it occasionally by utilizing scoring when the enemy team's not trying to win on score, but you can't kill 9 ships. Even if they're doing a really bad job of like coming towards you one at a time and they're really green players who can't aim and shit, they're still gonna do some damage to you and they're still gonna win eventually. It's just, I like to view this game kind of like the same thing, the way you view baseball, just where we got averages that we want to, you know, this on average is the best play to make. Not always, sometimes it's going to work, sometimes not, but on average, if we do this here, in response to what these guys are doing, that gives us our best shot, you know. Alright, what can we do? Love it if this guy was spotting. I think this guy's right next to us, fuck. Is that a Gnei's not playing? Alright, he's not quite as close as I was afraid of. I was kind of hoping that Monarch would have died So once we resolve that flank, then we can surround them. Right now, this game's kind of stalemated. This guy's, well, he looks like he's turning off on the map. If I was him and I saw me pop up on the map like that, I'd probably be pretty fucking aggressive, and I was hoping to try and get him to commit to going into that torp zone. But I think he recognized the danger. We're up on score till someone died. Okay, what can we do here? Fuck. How many fucking ships are you gonna spot where you are right here, man? That's my question. Nate upgraded the membership to William Sims. Thank you very much, Nate. Appreciate that. I changed my settings. I know we've had some technicals lately with the streams. It looks like it's doing better today. I'm not 100%. I thought it was probably YouTube, but I turned down my picture just a smidge. So hopefully it's still pretty good for you guys. But if you got any feedback on that aspect of it, I'd definitely like to hear from you. Because the last member stream, we actually had to restart it about halfway through, which was disappointing. Not seeing any issues so far today. Yeah, beautiful. Gotta go buff your Dewey. Alright, thanks for hanging, Jason. I think we're doing fine as long as our team just doesn't push. Which they're probably gonna push, so we gotta keep pumping away here. Oops. Like this guy might kill himself because he's getting bored. Stay back, dude. What are you doing? Boredom. Think we can get over there? I want to just resolve one of these sides because they're basically sitting in their cap right now. If we can kill this guys now, then we can start surrounding them, and then the advantage really comes through here. Dope coming in hot. Oh, like damage triggered or no balls. He's upped his hopes and dreams for us. Let's see. I want to make sure we're not sneaking in here. We briefly held the record. If you guys didn't hear, someone went through and got it back from us. But I did change my Kuznetsov build because I was playing I think it was last Sunday. I was trying to get my PO missions done, so I had an Oleg game going, and I got a couple Citadels when I didn't think I could do it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to make a build for the Oleg, and we're going to go ahead and retake that, so we can test out the Oleg with some AP focus here. Oh, shit. I wish he would have gone through that gap. Still going to stick to our plan here. If we get this Gneisen out of here, then we can surround. Thank you, Dope. Appreciate that. Probably get some AP there. I don't think his guns are likely to be towards us. Alright. Oops. Alright, he's going that way. Well, I don't know if we're gonna win or not. We got this Goomba. Not trying to pick on this guy. He just doesn't know what he should be doing. Like, he basically just needs to anchor behind them and keep all these guys lit. And like, if you got a ship like the Suzuya, I could just plop. You guys have seen me. I've basically been playing behind cover most of this game. We've taken very little incoming damage. But the intermittent spotting is what's preventing us from keeping this going. I understand he's low health, but we need him in a position to shoot. What's this guy doing? He's got a decent amount. Well, you can see we need a kill. So we're going to try and wreck that Megami. What else they got? 2 Megamis. Gonna have to be a little aggressive here. We might end up dying, but... Currently, we're losing. We got 2 minutes left, and we don't have a lot of... Oh, they got a low Monarch. Shit. If we can get him... I know the Megami's lit below me here. I'm just trying to get these torps down. Oh, shit. Oh, we got the Monarch. Fuck. What do you have in mind for training rooms? How will they work? Oh, fuck. Hang on. Keep me safe! Oh my god, we almost fucked that up. I think it's... If I recall how they worked in World of Tanks, you can basically set up a game. It's like back in the day when shooters first started getting online, you would you could invite people. You basically set up your own little server, I think. But if you want to do a 9v9, you can do that. If you want to just get into a map like this, and you can put AI targets out there and test out your guns or whatever. Yes, good call. I'm being a little too aggressive here. We want the Kraken, but we want the win more than the Kraken, so let's not play like a fool. The problem here is if one of these guys dies, we need to be able to flip the kill back quickly. Good call, though. Good call up by the Alabama. Just playing for the win. We're playing for the glory. Get my head out of my ass. I'll give him a good game. Uh-oh. Jesus. Well, should be safe from him, but the problem is we got other guys that could potentially shoot us. Alright, that was a good job. Good job closing that out here. And a good call out by that guy. If we would have got wrecked there, that would have been embarrassing. So yeah, training rooms, you know, if we want it. I hope how it works is you can get, you know, you send people the invite to the room or something, and then we could do like 9v9s. That's my hope, because that's how I want to do the member streams. Currently, how we do the member streams is we try and get everyone to hit go at the same time, and we usually have pretty good success getting people in there. But if we can just set up the game ourselves, then we can just do 9v9, and then after a few games, we'll rotate people that have been chilling, waiting for their turn. We could have maybe got the Kraken there, but we wanted the win. We could have also lost the game at the buzzer. So, I wasn't paying as close of attention as I should have. This guy reminded me. Still a good match, though. We'll take the Confederate and High Cal. Training room doesn't seem in the plans. I would like you guys to ask for that on Reddit and shit like that. I think that would be really good. I know T Kana wants that, but his background is a competitive player on the PC. He was on the King of the Sea teams for at least 2 or 3 tournaments, I believe. I've never actually seen him play on that, but that's how they do it on there. So if you want to set up a competitive team, 9v9, you know, that's how you'd be able to do it. So anyway, I don't know. I'm not a programmer or anything like that, but ideally I'd like to see that. But yeah, you could, I think, on World of Tanks, I remember playing with a couple of my buddies at the time. They weren't really into the game, but I just took them into a random map, and it was like the three of us. I was driving them around, showing them some stuff. Can't stay long, Tbull? Alright, take a reason. Well, training rooms and clans, if they come in, I would believe would come in at the same time. I mean, well, the clans, how they had them in World of Tanks, you could just have a clan tag. Basically, you had to buy, like, the clan leader had to pay some sort of money. I don't remember what it was, like 5, 10, 20 bucks. And so we'd set up the DUC clan, DUCK. And then people could just message the clan administrators and get into the clan, but I mean, I'm sure there were clans out there, like players that have been playing for a long time, that were actually setting up competitive games in training rooms and playing together. I just never got to be a part of that. I only played World of Tanks for about 6 months before this came out. Oh no, we got a carrier. Plans coming end of the year. Oh. Pork boy. Oh no. We got a Ganget on the team. Maybe the Ganget ate your baby. Alright, we're 1/20th of the way to the record. I'm gonna start testing this AP with. I put Yamamoto on here. Well, you can't get citadels if you can't hit the thing. Beyond roundabout of course. Let's test some AP here. If we could start ripping huge damage citadels with this thing, I'm going to be a little embarrassed, because my previous experience, you couldn't hit any citadels with this. Oh shit, we're moving into a Ganget. That's not a good idea. It's a poor idea. Luckily he's shooting HE. Port boy! God damn it! I think this is going to be the best game to test the AP. Oh, this Ganget's getting whacked. Nothing there. If we ever really want to go for the record, we should put Dimitri Dewey and Yamamoto on here. Yeah, I can't even damage a Ganget. Ho! Yeah, that's not a fair fight. This guy even playing? Jesus. Well, sorry, Dope. It wasn't going to be our best, I don't think that guy's even playing. Not going to be our best OLA game, known to man, but... Someone would sink this fucker. Jesus. Alright, so we got the engine working again. Step 1. Get that fucker off the board. Jesus. At least he's shooting HE, otherwise we'd be dead a long time ago. Still gonna die though.
Линкор врага потоплен.
Shoot, shoot, shoot! Don't give your money to YouTubers. What kind of advice is that? Sounds like dog shit. Let's see here. This DD definitely wants our carrier dead. Yeah, the Oleg's got a lot going for it. I think the main problems that it has, haven't played it a while now, is if you get close to a battleship, you're kind of fucked, and if you get a plane or a carrier that wants you dead, you're kind of fucked. This guy should pick up, get off the plane mode manual. Whenever you got the DD coming in, you can't just keep sitting there. I could go either way. Prince Eugen coming in hot here with a 10 spot. Thank you very much. Missed the Oleg battle. Yeah, it wasn't the all time. We kind of got... It was going alright till the Ganget wanted us dead. But we'll keep testing the AP on this build. I think what I need is an Oleg dedicated commander. Ooh, AP pen here. This could be the Oleg build. Let me keep that in mind. If we get that guy, I understand that, where is he? Kuznetsov has this AP perk here as well, but this is 10 maxed, or wait, no, 6% maxed. This is 3, 4, oh, it's only 4%. But I don't want to Oleg build, and like I don't want an AP pen on my Russian cruiser build normally. So I think maybe we'll boost this guy up as Oleg. Buff my dude came back. Alright, what should we see here? Oleg CV ramming commander. I mean, the Oleg for a tier 2 ship is pretty tanky, you know. So if you want to get into a slugfest with a lot of these cruisers, you can go toe-to-toe with them. That's its main strength. Turret traverse, bullshit. Accuracy, not the greatest. AP pen, definitely not the greatest. But maybe we can start trying to mitigate some of those weaknesses. I think we'll see what's coming out. Now, one of you guys mentioned something that may be coming out next patch notes, and we'll do a patch notes video tomorrow. But at this point in time, I'm not planning on spending those 157 promotion orders that we have until about a week from now. "24-hour Oleg stream." That would be a sensory overload for everyone involved. 1 sec. What do you guys want to see? Yeah, that's a pretty good game so far. I don't know if we're gonna win that one, but oh yeah, yeah, probably 50-50 so far. God damn it, need some wins. What could we do? Hey, Oba. Yeah, we can bust it up. Let's give it a whirl here. Yeah, I like the Japanese cruisers. I don't know. It's kind of the same caliber guns. I'm assuming the shells aren't quite as effective, but Furutaka, I find the guns not that great. This one, they start to be pretty decent. Miyoko, really good, just bad traverse and firing angles, and then Megami. From there, they're pretty ripping. I didn't get to, I was playing the game though, but when you guys were hopefully giving feedback in the stream, does it still look alright, even though I tuned down the quality just a smidge? Inspirations. I think I have. I don't know, Buck. Try and remind me. We can look at our cruiser builds. Some people like big houses, some people like to support small-time streamers. Whatever you like to do with your money.
All stations, protect that.
It's all good.
All forces, capture that area.
You know, from my perspective, a lot of people either can't afford to support or don't want to, and YouTube is free by definition, so I don't care at all if someone doesn't want to do that. I just appreciate people watching and hanging out. Those of you that chip in with the financial contributions, that's outstanding as well, but certainly not expected. But keeps the lights on over here, keeps me motivated. Shit's kind of like PBS. Someone's got to chip in and help out, otherwise it's going to go away sooner or later. Generally, how YouTube works. Well, we got whacked early there. We're gonna have to be a little more careful. No one has Mighty Mo. I'd be surprised if the ship actually exists. I mean, they know there's some theoretical limit how far or how close to it someone can be, and if the closest you can be to it is a year away, I mean, they have no incentive to actually make the ship yet. Okay, well, we're not doing much on sea. Oops, Maz is over there. I don't want to get these destroyers off the board, though. So now we got in a spot where those guys are in trouble. If we can keep these guys lit. They're both kind of pinned between like 3 cruisers right here. Gonna kill the kid over the Fubuki. Kid's much more valuable. Oof. Nice. Definitely want the Fubuki dead, but... I think we're doing alright on A, and we'll eventually get B. We just... I don't know, Dallas probably doesn't want to push in because he's low. Like, the Fubuki can gun him down. We just need him to be spotted here, and we'll kill him. Hey, you all good now? Pop the sonar just to make sure we're not going to get zapped by the torps. Alright, so we got B. Now we can see if we can go back up to C and flip that. Looks like kind of a beatdown. Got some trolls. What's up, Christopher? How you doing? Oh, hello. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. Like, there's no YouTuber that once they've made some money, and you guys, however much money you think I made from this, I couldn't pay my bills just by being a YouTuber. That's why I don't just do it as that. But there's no YouTuber that's, once they've gotten to the point where they've made some money, if that went away, they'd keep doing it. Because it's just, there was this, I took a psychology class in college where the guy was telling a story of these kids kept egging the guy's house. It was a parable or whatever you want to call it. It's not a real story, but every night these kids would come egg his house. And then one night he's like, all right, I'm going to pay you kids $5 to egg my house. And they're like, all right, that's fucking great. We're going to do that anyways. And then he pays them the money to egg his house. Then they leave. Next night they come by. They're like, here's $10. Why don't you guys egg my house tonight? They're like, fuck yeah. Just does that for about a week. Gets them up to like $50, whatever it is. And then the following night they like come by. They're like, all right, how much you going to pay us tonight? And he's like, I'm not going to pay anything. And then they're like, fuck you. We're not going to egg your house then. And it's just how it works. I'm just going to be honest with you. So if nobody supported this channel, I wouldn't make any fucking videos. I spend a lot of fucking time on this. I basically spend as much time doing this shit as I do on my full-time job, which leaves me very little time to do anything. So, again, I'm not rich by being a YouTuber by any means, but if nobody was supporting the content wouldn't be there, you know. You could watch those guys that put laughing dudes after they have, like, dev strikes on their videos, and that would be the gist of it. It's the same for everyone. Like, all these community contributors work really hard. They all have other shit going on, you know. Like, if you like a channel and you're able to support them, it's definitely appreciated. And it keeps the lights on that channel, you know. Just the only YouTubers that are, like, able to make a living, you got Spartan's trying it. I haven't talked to him to see how he's doing it, but Spartan's not even a huge YouTuber in my view. I don't think I would be able to support myself based on what I believe he's probably making even. But I've never asked him. I have no idea. Oh yeah, the inspirations. Alright, so if you don't have a Tago, I would go Makawa all day, every day. You need the mobilities. And I still run Makawa on some of my Japanese cruisers. You got Ingenious, helps with the traverse. The targeting indicator definitely helps because if you get shot in Japanese cruisers, you're in trouble. You saw that in the opening cell of the last game. You got your speed, you got your mobility, you got your concealment. These are all great things for the Japanese. Here we got some more speed, and here we got some range. You know, so I think that's a pretty good build right there, frankly. For this one, we got Mimbelli and Einstein. But I just put Mimbelli on there like a couple days ago. And Einstein helps with the traverse. Tbull coming in hot with a membership. Appreciate that very much. And Jake, reverse psychology. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. I'm going to enjoy doing it if you're doing it purely for money. No, but I mean, it's possible. There are people that make enough money from this to do that as a career. And I would still, like, I have a lot of fun streaming. I have way more fun streaming than making videos. Making videos is a lot of work. I still enjoy doing it. But I could see doing it for a long period of time eventually would get old. And if you're not getting anything out of it, it's like any hobby. I've had numerous hobbies over my life, and usually I get into them pretty hard for a couple years, and then I kind of move on to something else, you know. So I'm being real with you. You guys could think I'm a creep or whatever by telling you that, but I can't imagine. You know, you got to work really, really hard to get to the point where where YouTube will even allow you to make any money, and it's going to be a paltry sum, but it's a huge accomplishment just to get there. And then beyond there, I mean, how big you'd have to get to support yourself, I have no idea. It's just, I couldn't even comprehend it. I don't think, in my opinion, having a mortgage and bills I have, I don't think I could support myself playing World of Warships Legends. I don't think the viewership is big enough to generate that kind of income. So for me, it's just a nice little bonus. It helps me buy a new computer, which hopefully improved the quality of the videos and the streams. You know, that would have been a tough purchase for me to make otherwise. You know, getting the PlayStation 4, same thing, or the PlayStation 5, hopefully that translated into better quality for you guys. So Myron coming in hot. Hope the tears of my unfed children. On a serious note, thanks for taking the time. Really enjoy the content in Discord. Yeah, appreciate that, Myron. It's my pleasure. Like, if I didn't enjoy this, I wouldn't be doing it. I mean, you guys are the only reason I'm really doing it, because especially with the streams, interacting with you is way more fun than just playing this game by myself and yelling in my living room. Now I get to yell, and you guys can hear it. So, Christian coming in hot and P-Fault coming in hot. I'm better than Myron now. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. All right, what else do we want to see? I don't want to get bogged down in the business end of it. You know, I try and appreciate, or I try and express my appreciation for those of you guys. But like I say, the support of the channel starts with just hanging out, watching the videos, clicking like, subscribing to the channel, all that stuff. Outstanding. You know, my appreciation for that type of support is great. And then those of you that want to throw in a little bit of extra on top of that, you know, it just blows my mind, you know. So I find it to be outstanding. Need to get your duck mug for your B-Day gift, yeah. Yeah, I had the duck mug going for my morning coffee today. But that said, I mean, I understand a lot of people don't even have employment right now, or they got other stuff to spend their money on, or they just don't want to spend any money. They're like, fuck it, I can watch this for free. Why would I possibly spend any money on it? I get that, you know. I got like 1 or 2 channels that I watch on YouTube and Twitch, and I try and be subscribed to them just because I understand how much work they're putting into it, and I can afford to do it. But you know, I couldn't be going hog wild with like $10,000 donations or anything, you know. So it doesn't matter. I mean, this shit's available for free. If you want to watch it for free, you don't feel like paying for it, I have no problem with that whatsoever. In fact, I appreciate you being interested in the content enough to watch it, because that is outstanding as well. So I don't expect anything. I just am very appreciative of anything that happens to come from it. Fortune type 1 duck mug. That's a different type of mug. Alright, what do we want to see here? Did I see Tashcan earlier? 17-year-old Dutch guy, don't have enough money. No, I understand, yeah. I've had huge parts of my life where I would not even, I mean, $2 subscription would be like not really in my budget, you know. I understand, especially as young people. But I would never I would not want any donation or membership or anything for someone who's like can't really afford it. I don't want that at all. In fact, I'd rather you not do it. That's not a good situation. Ram a CV. What do we got here? I don't even know what my build is. I should have checked this. I'm always goofing off with my builds on the Russians, and I never know. I load in the game, and I'm like, what do I got? Which does affect how you want to play these. Iowa, Champagne, Odin, Among. Well, I got some battleships. Gotta look out for the Eugene, the Surrey, the Zara, and we'll try and kill the Kagero if we can. What's up, Matt? 40 ounce coming in hot. Sold my butt for this. 240s. Man, you get 240s for $5. That's about the going rate. When I was a young man, 18, 19, 20, 40s were like my mainstay in my diet. Probably not the best idea, but in retrospect, but it was a good time at the time. Let's see if we can spot the destroyer early here. We're gonna go over to C. Thank you guys, appreciate all the support today. But money's harder. Some people it's a job they love, and some people not so much. Might only get a couple torps through there. Oops, a little late on that third one. Might only get 1 or 2 through there, but maybe we'll hit them. We got quick reloaders on this. You can see it's about a 50-second reload, so throw them out there. Okay, we'll see what pops up over here. We don't have a destroyer spotted on any of the caps. Iowa's almost got us detected. Up here he is. So he'll definitely outspot us. Kagero. Nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. So Kagero should recognize we're the only destroyer we've pulled off the cap. He should get on C immediately. A little too conservative on his part, in my opinion. Okay, maybe we can get on C, maybe not. We'll try it again. Worst 40 I ever had was King Cobra. It was nasty. This might eat him here because he's on the cap. Let's see. I'm going to rush this guy because his main support's the Champagne. I think he's right about here, right on this edge. Oh, sorry, you don't want... There he is. Now he's mostly pointing towards us, which means he's not going to be able to torp us even if he gets him on the reload, so... We kind of got him where we want him here. Probably launch these. Yeah. So aggressive play there, but we got away with it. Sorry, might get revenge. Just gonna drop the smoke. We want this cap, so we don't want to be fooling around here. Jesus, nice shot. Now we're in trouble because we're not going to be able to stop before our smoke runs out, and this plane might keep us spotted here. So we're in some serious trouble at the moment. I got some options. I'm thinking about moving to A to support that. Looks like we're doing okay over there, and we'd like to resolve this side before we go anywhere. But we don't really... We can't really shoot these guys at the moment.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Двигатель в штатном режиме.
Jesus. When they're not locked, your shots tend to go higher.
Наша команда получила преимущество.
Looks like we're doing pretty well over here. Or in general. Yeah, so we're gonna just get on B and make sure we win this one. Not gonna be a high damage game anyways, so there's no point in really going crazy for the damage. No radars, yeah. Yeah, I mean the Eugene's still extremely dangerous, but at this point we're up what, 4 ships. I think this guy's gonna be focused on the Scharnhorst, but we're gonna have 3 ships surrounding. Oh, he's got the Bismarck crossfire, so this guy's already dead.
I need support.
And getting on B, flipping that. That's just nice textbook. Easy way to guarantee the win. He rams him. And I'm coming in out, walking home from work today so I can afford the super chat. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate that. Made money. I didn't even think he was being a troll. I mean, like I said, it's if he wants to spend his money on house and car and that shit. I mean, that's what I spend mine on. I got a small ass house and a
Команда близка к
used car, but teach their own. There's a lot of shit you can spend your money on in the world. I don't think it's cool for anyone to judge it. Carlos coming in out, almost done with the Shores grind. What a Death Strike Magnet. Yeah, that one... That was definitely my least favorite out of the line. But now when I take it out... I mean, I know when I was playing with Chili, one ranked, he wanted to run the Shores. I think that was back when EOP was EOP. But, you know, you can get some good damage with it. The problem is if you get shot once, you're usually dead. And it doesn't have the mobility of, like, the Japanese cruisers, which have the same idea. Buck coming in on my kids at you. Thank you. Thank you, Buck. Don't need to eat today. Well, you guys are very generous. I appreciate it all. But like I say, I appreciate everyone just hanging out, hitting the like button. Alright, I'm going to run to the bathroom quick. You guys throw some ships in the chat. Let's see if we can come up with some good ideas. Oops, thought my mic was unmuted. Got some good suggestions here. It's got the champagne and then the laughing emote. I mean, I did get the ship. We might as well try it, right? I'm going to go ahead and take it off of my favorites, though. That's step number one. I always put, when we get a bunch of new ships to test, I favorite them so I can keep them in mind. Let's play this one. Let's see if we can win a game in the champagne. I think I got Bob Jojo set up for this. Yeah, I dropped 153 promotion orders in this thing. Oh, God. Concealment. I'm fine with it. Let's try this. Brawler Mass. The Marley. Yeah, good man. Kid. Yeah, you got a lot of good suggestions here. 40, you got to get rolling. All right, thanks, bud. We'll see ya. Marley's your favorite ship in the game? Yeah, I don't play it that often for some reason, but every time I play it, I'm like, yeah, this is Dyson. Get in the Marley. Try and keep fair, get in mind. Maybe you could cause. Okay, we don't have legendary tier. That's a good thing. How many? We're the only champagne in the game. So I don't know if a lot of you guys probably watched my video on this. We're trying to play it at max range. The problem with doing that is your team will see that you're playing it at max range, and then they're like, well, if that guy ain't pushing forward, then I ain't pushing forward. And then it all goes to hell. Upgrades. Son of a bitch. Yeah, we could have used the range for sure, and the, yeah, we could have used all the, upgrades, fuck. Let's make this ship as hard as possible to win a game with. Champagne is lethal. Fried chef, no one is Deathstruck. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Yeah, well, we already got problems here if our destroyer doesn't want to play the game. There you go. Pick up your controller. Yeah, I never remember to... I put the upgrade on, then they take the ship away and the upgrades disappear. I forget. Alright, so we're 2 squares away from the center. We can already cover anything that's our distance. Oops. Maz Benham Kagero. Look at those lasers, man. Didn't aim it right, but they're still lasers. Well, this isn't going well over here. What? Shit. Okay, this game looks like a loss to me. I'll just say, I'd be more surprised if I won a game in this than if I hadn't. Come on, give me something. What the fuck? Can I not aim today? It's kind of tough. Like, how can you ask your team to push if you're not willing to? But you just straight up can't push in this thing. My God. Gotta be about 18k to not overpen. Yeah. Yeah, the guns are... If you guys don't know what's going on with the ship, like, extreme high velocity guns. I think they're some of the more fun guns to shoot. But I think Boots confirmed it for me, like, the aiming model is kind of an inverse from usual, where the closer they get to you, the less accurate you are. Like, when I was testing the ship out initially, I had some, like, point-blank shots from, like, 6 kilometers away, and you get, like, one shell hitting. And I'm not doing a very good job demonstrating it this game, but usually when you're at these max range shots, you get way more hits.
L'équipe ennemie a pris l'avantage.
But we're not gonna... We don't have spot in here, we got no pressure, this is just a disaster. This is just why I don't like this. You can't really affect the game very well.
Alerte incendie.
Those are pretty tight groupings for a battleship. Come on, big money. Yeah, if you want to damage your win rate, just keep playing this ship over and over again. Fuck. Alright. I'll call it a comeback.
Boost des moteurs activé.
I mean, the good news is we got 3 ships focusing on me. The bad news is we got 3v3 on the east. So we don't have any advantages. Oops. Ooh, they got the Venom. Like, this guy's within our firing range, we can't even see him. Alright, nice. Wichita.
Alerte incendie.
Do one more on the King George. Nope. Just the thinking there is he's closer to my team, so if we can get him lower earlier. Basically, the only way we can win this game is if we kill everyone.
Problème résolu, chef. Alerte incendie.
Fuck. Yeah, that was a fun one. Gonna shoot. I was trying to wait for him to turn there. We're gonna die anyways, but I want to wait till those shells were getting close. A little bit more broadside. We got finally the one decent shot all game. That was brutal. Out of here, Jason. All right, we'll see you. Hey, Tom. What's going on? All right, let's get the. Oh, I can't even put this shit on here. Get an extra 7% reduction on the dispersion just with the aiming systems. I think I got prop mod. This one, whatever. I'm trying to remember what I used here. Oh. Must have been this one. I don't know. Those games are going to be interesting when there's like 4 of those per team. Yeah, we had a Farragut. Let's try the Farragut. Submarine beta test. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I've won a game in that. It's just a disaster. I mean, normally the Monday when I get new ships and I'm testing them, that's when all the goofballs are playing. It's a very challenging day for me, regardless of the ship, but that one sucks. Yeah, I got Pod, Minikaze, and Mutsuki with the division. Carrier. Could have won it. I mean, I had to go back to the other side, in my opinion, because they were already outmatched. You know. I mean, initially we had 3 ships on us. One of them went west to fight them anyways. Then we were tying up the Wichita, and to a lesser extent the King George. King George could move into that flank because he was following us over there. I get that, but I don't know. I don't think that was going to be a win regardless. Trying to get these destroyers to shoot. Oops. Sucks that engine broke. I think we could still maybe get them. Basically, alright, we figured out the destroyers were there, right? So we wanted to... Where's my fucking... We want to kill the destroyers, so we want to get them to reveal.
The ship is on fire.
What's this? Get a little distance between us and these guys. Jesus. Sure want these destroyers dead, and if we can get the other one, that'd be great.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Should be able to melt this thing. Alright. It's pretty good. I can't believe that battleship's still alive. Yeah, beautiful. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 ships in the carrier. So we got all the ships spotted, and we can just head towards the base here. Nasty creature, the Farragut.
Our team has taken the lead.
Engine boost deactivated.
Three Yamatos on the Reddit team. Yeah, the Yamato, I don't know. We were talking about that earlier. I think it just needs to be tuned down a little bit. But right now, the problem is that's usually the first hero ship people go for, and like you say, there's a million of them per game. I think we're gonna try and suicide rush this guy and then just get on the base. Might be able to kill me. We're about just over half health, but the fact that he just shot there is nice. One of the main dangers when you're rushing a ship is your torpedo tubes getting knocked out. You can mainly protect against that by keeping them hidden like this. Oh, he almost got me. Fuck, he got me. A little too low on the HP for that play. So that could be a throw. I didn't really have a good play on this guy because we don't have a smoke for another 30 seconds. It could have been a throw. It's a good example of why that's such a dog shit play. But I frankly didn't think he'd be on the reload that quick. Alright, that's a loss attributable to me. I mean, the Minakays can still get on the base, or if he wants to nuke the carrier. I think that's less profitable because this New York could maybe get on the base. This guy's for sure going to die. He's broadside to the Orion. And when he's not broadside of the Orion, he's going to be broadside of this New York here, so I'd expect him to be dead, and then I expect this thing to have free access here. Now, technically, the carrier can reset him. So, the Minakays can kill the carrier and then get on the base, but he's already low health. He might get wiped out trying to kill the carrier. So, that's a loss, and I'm going to have to take the blame for that one. Never rush Orion. It's... The less health he got, the less reliable play it was. I didn't think he could kill me that quickly. But now we know. I think if we would have won, if we would have killed him there, which I was 3 seconds away from doing so, then I think we win the game there. So you're kind of rolling the dice. But at that point in time, we can get on the base, get 100 points worth of lead built up, and then just sail off and win. That sucks. That's you got to keep in mind, a lot of destroyer players, that's their go-to play, is just try and rush the battleship, and that's usually what happens. I mean, usually if a destroyer rushes me in a battleship, I'll kill him. Sometimes he kills me, sometimes not. not a very good play. Just depends on the situation. What else did we have? Get any V-Bucks? Yeah, we've gotten a few today. What do we want to do now? What was that, Orion? Yeah. He had AP loaded too. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that was a pure AP shot. It was just, the closer you are to them, the more shells are going to hit, and you're going to get 1,000 per hit. We actually withstood his salvo, but his secondary got me. Been playing a week, Willis. Well, welcome to the game. Welcome to the channel. That should be a good lesson for you, hopefully. I mean, the DD's Suicide Russian Battleships has the place, and it's usually, if you're trying to make a late game play like that and you got a lot of HP, I thought I could, I didn't think he could kill me 7k in a 10-second sequence like that, but apparently he can. So now we know. Chop I have? You wanted to zoom all day. Alright, we can try it. Did I sell it? There it is. Edinburgh? Yeah, we could maybe bust that one up. Appreciate everyone hanging out. If you're new to the channel, you can consider subscribing. That'll keep you up to date with all the stuff coming out. If you haven't slapped that like button around like we just got slapped around by the Orion, please consider doing so. That actually does help the streams get promoted. The more likes you get. Oh, great. Yeah, they got an Alaska and a Yamato. No destroyers, so I expect this to be fairly slow. What's up, doo-doo? Let's see, we got a Baltimore and a Bismarck over here. The one thing I don't like about the ship, there's no torpedoes. I don't understand that. Shit. 26-second reload. Holy fuck. Maybe we need belly on this guy. Peter coming in hot. Hey Tbull, love the vids and the streams. Is Ale Shining less useful with Cunningham? Grouping compared to precision. So someone I saw in my Dewey's Lounge, the members part of the Discord, someone had a good illustration. In my opinion, the dispersion's better than the grouping, but I'll try and describe it, how it works. Like when you pull the trigger and you're looking at your target, who you're selected, and what it's selected means when we have the circle around this guy's icon. Okay, so you do that by hitting the R1 button or the right bumper button on Xbox. Pull the trigger, there's a overhead view oval drawn around that ship, okay? Now, anywhere within that oval, the shells can potentially go. Okay, so what dispersion is how big that oval is. So if you got really good dispersion, especially by boosting with the Scharnhorst, then you tighten that oval where those shells can go. Now, a separate calculation is what used to be called precision, what's now called grouping. That's where the individual shells are going to go. So in a standard trigger pull, the shells within that oval are going to be fairly spread out, okay? Especially as a battleship where it's, you know, maybe we'll get 1 or 2 shells actually going where we're trying to aim them. Sometimes they'll be quite scattered all around. And by the way, we're probably expecting people to move up here since we haven't spotted anything over here. But the grouping will tighten up the shells. They'll be closer to each other within that oval. So the dispersion is the universe of possibilities that those shells could potentially go to, and the precision is kind of how, you know, how well they perform within that universe. So they're both good. Like if you just have Cunningham and you want to, Cunningham, I maxed him 16.4 relatively early, and I'm fine with that. I think that's a great inspiration. If you want to run double dispersion with Scharnhorst and Cunningham, or with Norm Scott, or even Burke, potentially, that's going to tighten up your accuracy quite a bit. But in general, in my mind, having that smaller oval of possibilities around that ship is a little bit better than the precision. But I think some ships have better inherent precision, better dispersion than others to begin with, so maybe it depends on each line. That's how I've always viewed it. Alright, why are we just getting whacked here, guys? Like, clearly I'm not doing anything. You can say what the fuck you complain about, but if they go south here, then they draw these guys through the gap, and then we can all shoot them. But by trying to fight in Alaska nose in, the Alaska can just fuck you guys up, so... Fortunately, we didn't get any shots off in the first 5 minutes, which is a dog shit game. I'm not going to defend it, but this map is very bizarre with the spawns right now, because they spawn people on that far east where we were, and that's how it is on the PC, but there's a D cap right where these guys are on the PC, so that's actually a worthwhile position. They changed that a couple updates ago. I don't understand what the purpose of that was. It just makes the gameplay on this map less focused, which is harder. Alright, let's see if we can hit someone. I don't like those positions over there at all. I think they're kind of distracting. Well, this looks like a loss to me, even though we're only down 0 ships. We're tied in ships, but they got A, and our entire team is shoved into our spawn, and they're basically in control of the middle. So once they kill this Baltimore, they get C, and then whenever they get some balls, they'll go ahead and get B, and that'll be the end of the game. So, fascinating game. Fortunately, we couldn't do anything for the first 5 minutes, which didn't help, but... It's still going. Yeah, it's kind of a dumb game. I don't think that's probably going to hit the rock, but it's worth trying to get the reset. We got very little chance to win this right now, so... I think step 1 is kill this mass. If we can relieve the pressure on this flank here, we'd have a decent chance, but the score is going to be out of control within a matter of seconds, so I don't think this game will be winnable anymore. Yeah, we might be dead anyway, so maybe it'll take us out of our misery. Oh! Yeah, this is another ship, in my opinion, you kind of have to play it further back, and in my opinion, ships that you have to play further back, it's very hard to have a good control on the game. Playing against the Azuma, I've seen one player play it really well. I think it was on stream where the guy got on our flank and he basically, from like a not strong position on the map, like completely wrecked our team's chances because he was like acting as a pin, kind of like a battleship. Okay, what a game. I think we're done playing shitty ships for the day. I know some of you guys like this one, but maybe I don't know what I'm doing. The ships that are in the back, I feel like I have no influence on the game. Like if I was, you know, if I want to get on the comms and be like, get on B, get on A, get on C, they'd be like, yo, the dude buffing his Dewey in the back is telling us what to do. Like, that's hilarious. And you got no counter argument to that. I think if they get C, we're not technically out of it. I don't know, we got 7 minutes. It's gonna be tough. Probably gonna have to win by killing a majority of their ships. It's gonna be tough when all of our ships are in one spot on the map. Now the armor in this, you can actually bounce a lot if you're angled. If you're a broadside, you get smoked. But with Macau, we got some dodge ability. This is where, as the Japanese cruiser, though, when you're kiting, you miss these backwards firing torps. Just something for them to deal with. Alright, now that we're in Timbuktu, what can we do? Can't fire on the Maz, or the Mass, which is the one we want to kill. Jesus. I was hoping he was gonna squirt forward broadside, that's why I put the AP in. Can't even hit him, fuck. How can you beat or avoid dealing with carriers and BBs? I mean, it kind of comes down to if they decide they want you to die, what are you going to do about it? But yeah, I don't like to prescribe grouping up since I've spent 2 years trying to get people to stop grouping up, but if you can be by a cruiser, usually that's a good starting point. Alright, well, you'll note there's no caps down here. Normally we ridicule people relentlessly who are playing zones that have no caps near them. But we're getting shoved around by these guys. Jesus, thank you. I was hoping that was going to happen 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I know a couple of you guys like that ship. I've never liked that ship. I've never liked Champagne. These backline Bettys, I just don't think are worth a damn. I think if you had like a 9-man team where you were designing a roster, then you could potentially come up with something for those guys to do. I still think that one's better than Champagne. But not by much. I don't know, maybe not. Alright, let's try some good ships. Let's try this guy. Get me out of this game? Yeah, that sucks. What's up, Buck? What's up? Don't see a lot of fighters being used. I mean, I don't have it in my muscle memory yet to use them. Most games where a carrier is trying to sink me, people are always saying, why don't you ever use your fighter plane? That's just... You know, you've been playing since launch. The fighter planes were basically torpedo spotters, and I've just had a very hard time converting the mindset. Let's see, what do we got here? Pensacola and Normandy. As a destroyer, I never really know where to go in A, because sometimes their destroyer will go here, sometimes over here, and if they're over here, then if you're here, it's tough to deal with them, and vice versa. What do they got? Fubuki, Gady, and Asashio. Looks like we got an extra battleship. No, extra cruiser. Oh, what am I talking about? 3 destroyers per side. Never mind. Oh, the Marley, yeah. Let's see where this guy is. I think he's on that side. So we're going to make a play, rush him. Assuming he's going to hopefully pop here, we'll gun him down. If this guy rushes us, we're dead. My build on this, I don't think I have any concealment, so we're going to be outspotted in most instances, but if I can use this island to close in on this guy, assuming he ever pops up here, then we negate that factor, then we're just in a straight up gunfight, which we should win. But if they're not going to cooperate, then we're going to have some problems. Shit. Basically what's going to happen here, I think the Shores is moving up to kill this thing. He's probably going to wind up killing both of us, because these guys can't support, but what I want to do is close in on the Shores and whack him in the Citadel 3 or 4 times, but unfortunately this guy's already died, so we've lost our bait, and now he's going to be focused on us. He's got us radared / sonared, whatever it is. Probably definitely going to die here, and it's going to be rough. Oof. Oof. Never mind. I really fucked that up. Would have been relatively easy for him. Yowza, that was nasty. Alright, so now we're gonna rush that fucking destroyer that's over there. That was not the right play for him. All he had to do is come around angled there. He would have kicked the shit out of me without any problems. Man, 9 citadels and what, 3 cells? We got 2 destroyers over here. We're dead. Fuck. Oh. Need some help. There you are. I think we're gonna die.
Башня главного калибра выведена из строя. Неполадки устранены.
Probably gonna die here, so we're just trying to kill him. Fuck! Can't even do that. I just kept looking on the map. I think this guy was broadside the entire time, so I'm wondering why he's still alive. Oh well, it's a loss. Man, that AP. That was probably the nastiest AP I've ever gotten on a Russian destroyer like that. Alright, let's try this thing. It's two. I think if that, I don't know, beating those destroyers 2-on-1, we got the Akatsuki to disengage, but or the Asashi or whatever it was, but he did well. He dropped the smoke and then continued to fight us. So that creates a 2-on-1. At that point in time, we're going to have a hard time. Benham, Nelson, and Champagne. Fuck. Oh yeah, we keep forgetting about the Marley. Hi Cal, what's up? Бой начинается. Alright, we gotta turn it around here. I feel like we're in a death spiral. Yeah, what I mean? Makarov, yeah, I don't know. I think Makarov needs to be on the Oleg only. I'm getting pretty close to maxed out Navy though, in terms of the build, so. Won't lock. I think I just got Lee boosted up. I got who else? I think I put some points in Gwep. I got Gwep on like the Scharnhorst build. So Makarov's day will come. Takes about 2 years to get your commanders boosted, but considering doing the radar, I don't know if they got the DD. I haven't been paying that close attention. What the fuck, man? I've never hit a single shot within 10 kilometers on that thing. I'm trying to think, does anyone on my team have a shot on the Itachi?
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Stations, proceed to capture that area.
How the fuck is he clearing that thing?
All forces capture that area.
Alright, let's get this Itachi out of here. Man. Both times he hit me, I didn't think he could clear that. Alright, so we should have B. I think we're probably still going to win C. Their Champagne's low. He's still on fire, I believe. Yudachi I can kill in 1 or 2 salvos. Suzuya shouldn't last too long. This problem is the Venom might die. What he should be doing right now is just conceding it for the moment. What's spotting me? Roma. Oh, fuck. Mistakes were made. That was... We could very easily be dead right now, and it's not guaranteed we're going to be alive for much longer. Hopefully the rest of our team's doing pretty good. Oops. This fucker out of here. I can't believe he only ate 1 torp there. I thought we had Deb Strike City written all over that. Yeah, I think you're right, man. Makarov, a little bit more float like a butterfly, a little more sting like a bee. This thing could be pretty nasty. I think it's pretty damn good with the Kedrov, or the Kuznetsov setup, though. Alright. Problem. Crisis averted. I was not expecting him to be here. I was hoping to get right about here, blast the piss out of the Adachi, blast the pitch out of the Suzuya, and then probably get killed by the Champagne, but it would have been cool. That worked out well, too, though. We'll take it. Gotta go to bed. Alright, Cal, we'll see you. Good to see you. Someday, man, we'll get to play together. Someday. Ship-specific builds would be nice. Absolutely. Yeah, right now the incentive is just to build, kind of a build for the general line. And then you never really want to be tinkering with it too much. Half the time when I look at my build, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember testing this with the intention of playing it for 1 game, and that was like 6 months ago. We've been playing a game, or dozens of games with, you know, the line that aren't set up properly. This guy can see it, or what? Looks like you got tired of playing. We can help him with that. He's probably sick of playing the Champagne. John William, thanks for subbing. That was a beatdown. Witherer and some fire starter metal. No high cal, no Confederate. Kind of an interesting combo. Tbull high cal. I'd start my kids for a week to see that. Yeah. No, I'd love to play them. I think I remember fighting them once. No, I remember fighting them twice. Or playing against them. I think the first time I saw him, I want to say he was in a hipper. And I was in something. And I kind of got an ambush position on his broadside and kind of whacked him. And then he tightened it up and we had a nice duel to finish it out. I ended up winning that one. And then the second time I ever remember seeing him was, I think he was in the Akizuki Tier 7. And my team was just getting rolled, and it was like an 8-1 beatdown. I don't know if he killed me or not. I can't remember the exact outcome, but this team, without a doubt, won the second one. Alright, V-Bucks. Let's see if we're getting close to that Missouri. Ooh, we got 10 V-Bucks. Jackpot. Yeah, that Ochkov, man. You want to run up the old win rate, just stick with that one. I like that. I like Suzuya. A lot of the campaign ships lately have been pretty good. This stinker. Stream killed your work ethic. Still an Ramba CV. Yeah, someday. Maybe speaking of ramming, maybe we should get the golden fists out. Time we got 1:30. Maybe do a couple more games. Where's our golden fists? There it is. Oh, the upgrades on the champagne. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, High Cal's got a division. They got me on there as like an honorary member. I just... Not a lot of time for divisions. Yeah, those guys, whenever I see... It's like, you know, what's it called? UFO is the name of the clan, and when you run into a group of 3 of those guys and you're solo, it's like, well, fuck. I'll try and kill them, but... Probably gonna lose this one. V25 Doogie. Oh, maybe we could ram the carrier this game. Let's set the smoke screen. Maybe champagne's our way of saying sorry for JB. %, win rate. Yeah, I mean, he's a damn good player. I don't want to diminish it, but he plays with really good divisions, like pretty much every time. Yeah, hopefully one of these days we can get cross-play, or we'll figure out a way to play together, because love to play with him, love to play with Spartan. A lot of guys on Xbox who just don't even have the option to. There's St. Louis in the division. Who wants some fists? my secondary range? 7.5. About to open up on him. Come on, big money. No idea what the Campbelltown's torp range is. We're going to assume he's launched, so I'm going to swing back the other way. Looks like he might have launched on the other guy. Come on, secondaries. Got a lot of points in celiacs. Need some payout.
Nice work. Negative.
Who's bitching?
Wir haben einen gegnerischen Zerstörer versenkt.
Who can I ram? I want to ram the Orion, but I also kind of want to ram the carrier. It's also kind of foolish to ram when we're down ships. Keep it coming.
Nice work.
Did some decent damage. This one we're basically just aiming center ship, you know, we're not, I don't think we got the caliber or the oomph to get citadels on any sort of regular basis.
Feueralarm!
Plus the guns are about as accurate as they don't come. Come on, finish him off. Oh, down he goes. Alright. So, do we get on B or do we charge into C? I think we gotta pressure these guys. Hopefully this destroyer is inclined to get on B, because that's how we win the game, but I think if we... Right now, this guy's 1v, what, 4 or 5 down here. This guy's gonna die. He's on the run.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
I think they're more set up for winning on sinking everyone.
Nice work. Denied.
Man, these guys are more brutal than I am on the comms.
That was a great battle.
Oh, settle the fuck down, man. We got this. Sink this Campbelltown and I'll win the game for you. Just need a homeboy to get on B. Oh, fuck. Never mind, they won. I think that guy's gonna kill himself, and this guy potentially might kill himself. Colbergo, can we kill it?
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
If that CD can kill the destroyer, I think we got a decent shot. If he can't do it, then there's no chance. But This guy is killing himself. It's not good. Thank you, Nate. Coming or not, you can cross-platform. You just have to use the in-game friends list. Huh? What? In-game friends list? What's that? Stay with me here till after this game. We gotta do some investigation. Alright, unfortunately our destroyer killed himself. Einschlag it is, my boy. Kill the fucking destroyer and I'll handle everything else. This Shizuki is gonna be tough, but I can kill these guys over here at least. Come on. Oh, you fucking plane. Get out of here. Never mind. Could have been a great game, but this carrier is just a pain in the ass. Oh, Kuma. We need, like... I tell you, man, if he gets that destroyer, we got a shot. There, he's dead. Need the guy in B. Don't rush the fucking cruiser. Oh, come on. Great games being disrupted by the teammates. Alright, well, it's going to be a lot tougher now. How you doing on hitting this thing? There you go. Alright, so we got 2 ships. They got a lot more health than we do. They got a lot more points. And then this goober right here. You want to whine to me about fucking what's going on here? I think you're barking up the wrong tree, Chief. If this carrier wasn't in here, I think we legit could beat this. Because NASA, we can tank the fuck out of the Ishizuki. The problem is he's just going to keep dropping us with torps, and we can't shoot any planes down. So there's no point. Yeah, I think we legit probably would have won this game. So fucking dumb. You guys begged for it. You needed these planes in the game. Look at this fucking thing. You got a biplane on top of you. You can't even shoot at it. Give me a musket, will ya? That is so fucking annoying, man. I just want to stick around and see the scoreboard since this guy's whining about what we're doing. World of Warplanes. I think they actually released that game already and nobody liked to play it. Yeah, this is so dumb, man. They should never put these carriers in here. I mean, they're normally not that bad, but the problem, these low-tier games we play, you can't do anything against them. The guy was over me for 10 minutes. We got how many planes shot down? Oh, 0. Cool. You can't even defend yourself against them, let alone... Like this, we would have straight up won this fight. We would have won the game if they would have had anything but that fucking carrier. Oh, well, what can you do? Still a good game. Yeah, that was a fun game to play. It's just frustrating, man, because I was like, wow, this is going to be pretty cool. Better we become the fun place. Man. But the main thing we gotta be worried about is that they keep buffing them. He's got the duck flag on, so he's doing it right, at least. Yeah, whatever. It's clearly a loss. What else should we do? Maybe do one more game, then I gotta go rolling. More AI games, yeah. AI, if you're gonna try and grind the Bureau, AI is the way to do it, because you can more or less guarantee wins. Sometimes your team will really try and throw, but shit has to go really haywire. But the problem with the Bureau is that takes up a good chunk of your available playtime per day, you know? We haven't tried the Marblehead for a while. Sherman CVs, it can only get worse. Yeah, they don't have the best reputation on PC. We'll see tomorrow on the patch notes video what they're going to look like. Yeah, exactly, Elk. That's the danger. It sounds like on the PC version they basically came out and said they got internal metrics. Like, we need, since we put all this design time and, you know, basically financial resources into design these planes or the carriers, now we got to make them fun enough so that people will play them 20% of the time, or whatever it is, 15, 10%, whatever. Fill in the number. Well, if people are playing them less than that, then they're like, okay, well, how can we get more people to play them? Make them stronger. Seems to be the easiest way to do that. And the stronger they get, the stupider the game will get. I mean, that... Never played the PC version, so I'm just going based on hearsay and other people's opinions, but... Sounds like that development strategies more or less fucked that game up on that platform. So... Fingers crossed they learned their lesson, but... Like I said, we'll see tomorrow if there's any adjustments, good or bad. Premium CV even, yeah. Yeah, that's probably coming too. So that was my always my thought. Like, when we got them in the test, when we got them right off the bat, I'm like, all right, these aren't that bad, but they represent a significant danger. There's two dangers present. Number one, the people playing the carriers, for the most part, unless they're carrier players on PC coming over, don't know what they're doing, and they're going against people that have been, and oftentimes, playing for years, you know. So how are we going to buff these carriers based on performance when everyone sucks at them? Okay, so that's a major danger, and I think that's already starting to become a problem. And the other danger is the, you know, we gotta get people to play these. But I don't think they add anything to the game. I'll tolerate them if they don't ruin the game, but we'll see. They're not cooperating. Do we have support over here? What are these guys doing? This guy couldn't be bothered to play the game, apparently. It's up to us to recognize we have no support and then just get out of here. Rather than bitching about it, we gotta work with what's possible, not what we want to be possible.
Main turret critically damaged.
Alright, so the good news is we're getting B and we got C for the moment. I don't think C looks that defensible. They got 5, we got 3. Dude on B is about to get off. Okay, one of those games. Stay on there, Chief. Alright. He slowed down and got it. He was making me nervous based on his movements on the map there. Alrighty.
The enemy team is taking the lead.
Shit. We got all these guys in the middle, not doing much. I'm trying to get over to the east, but...
Main turret critically
This
damaged.
guy doesn't want to shoot anyone but me. Shit. Beautiful. I think we actually probably would have hit him with the torp, which is pretty tough. If you don't know Marblehead, the torps are like 49 knots or something like that in the water. It's like molasses. Jesus. Peter's not going to be a ship we can do much to, unfortunately. We got to pile on here. Basically, we got to hold B and we got to re-get C as quick as possible. Alright.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
3v6. Well, I don't see this going too well.
You are the last hope.
I have to play off both sides of the ships, I think.
The ship is on fire.
He's got his set up for range. I got my Norm Scott build. Normally I don't boost the range on the light cruisers too much because Shells can't hit shit at range anyways.
Problem solved, sir.
Marblehead though has got decent shells.
The ship is on fire.
Whatever. Water's been rough. Yeah, that's typically how they go. I don't know. I had a couple games. I had at least one where I straight up threw it. I think we probably lost that Farragut game where I rushed the guy. Let's see how we ended up doing here. We had a few good games though. Fuck. I wanted that Nassau. That was a good effort. Holy fuck, 1 and 4 right off the bat. That's not good. 2 and 5, 3, 4 and 6, 5 and 7, 6, 7 and 8. Holy God, we're getting worse than 50%. Jesus, come on. Oh, we played the Champagne. That was a stupid shit to play. We played the Azuma. Those are 2 guaranteed losses. Leningrad. Fuck, we were alive for 5 minutes. Oh, we did win the Farragut game. This could have been even worse. What did he do? Oh, he captured the base, it looks like. Which is what we were hoping he was going to do to begin with. Holy God. I gotta... Fuck. Apparently I gotta relearn how to play the game. Oh well, we had a lot of fun anyways. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out. Let's see, we had Nate, Peter, Buck, Carlos, Adam, 40 ounce, P Falk, Myron, Jake, with the donos. We got new members, Tbull, and where's the other one? Oh, Phil. Along with an upgrade, which it doesn't list here, unfortunately. But appreciate all that support, guys. That was outstanding today. Appreciate that quite a bit. Yeah, patch notes tomorrow. Usually I put them up like the earliest moment that you can under the NDAs, so I'll make that later today here. We'll get that up. Like I say, there's some juice in there, but there's gonna be some there's gonna be a couple eye rollers that if you were paying attention to the conversation at the earlier part of that game, you might be able to figure out what they are. Yeah, appreciate you guys all hanging out. Bodie, good to see you, bud. Playing the Champagne, you're asking for pain, yeah. I don't know, yeah, I gotta stop playing these dog shit ships. We should put the mods on there, though, I remember. But yeah, like I say, the guns can be fun, but everything else about it is not conducive to winning games. But yeah, appreciate you guys all hanging out. Let's see. So yeah, patch notes tomorrow. And then this weekend, I think I'm planning on streaming Saturday morning. So hopefully we can get that going. Well, I'll keep you guys posted.